How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be going over my top 10 favorite Canucks of all time. Now, before I get into this list, I just want to say I'm a younger Canucks fan, so my list is very recent players from the 2011 team and to more recent. So yeah, my list probably won't be the same as some people who are probably a little bit older than me. My list wouldn't be the same as my dad's. He definitely has more experience in watching some of the players that I left off this list, who I will give honorable mentions to, like Lyndon McLean, some players like Naslund as well, Salo, Oland, Joe Volkov, a lot of Canucks like that who were not really my era, but I haven't watched too many highlights of. There's one Canuck though who I've definitely watched a ton of highlights. This is my second time going through this video. Before it was last night, and this Rubik's Cube, which you can kind of see the colors. If it's hot, the colors get more vibrant. It looked like a normal Rubik's Cube last night. The room's a little colder now. Should be able to get through this video fairly quicker. I was really hot last night. So yeah, honorable mentions to those players that I mentioned, as well as JT Miller, Thatcher Demko. I couldn't find a way to fit those guys into the top 10 of my list. I know this is my list. I can't be wrong, right? You guys can tell me your top 10 list and how you feel. But I can't be wrong because this is my top 10 favorite players. So let's hop right into number 10, Brock Besser. A lot of this is for Besser, it's an emotional standpoint. I mean, everything he's gone through, his character, just who he is off the ice, as well as on the ice. I will definitely say him on the ice as well. He's just such a great player, character. I really like Besser. And his shot is amazing. One of the best shots I've ever seen. Hopefully he can get it back a little bit this season. He still has it. It's just he's got to, if he could get a little bit more, get some more time and space, get some more shots off. I feel like he needs to be put in a better position on the power play. I know he works net front, but maybe getting him on the end board so he can get a shot off would definitely help. So yeah, Besser at 10, just barely squeaks in. And at 9, I have Alex Edler. I mean, what can I say? Currently tied for most points for a defenseman in Canucks history. He will be beat though. Quinn Hughes is the player he is tied with, and Hughes has a whole career ahead of him. But Edler, up and down, definitely with me, I'd say in the middle parts of like the down years with betting. I definitely, was one of those people who was just ragging on Edler a little too much. But great player. He definitely earned it back, especially near the latter half of his career before he left for LA. He was great in 2011. He kind of felt like that third Sedin brother. Just he played on defense, so they didn't play with each other all the time. And it definitely showed in the Sedin's final year. The latter half of 2018, during their last few games, Alex Edler really stepped up, and it felt like the goodbye that it made it better because Edler stepped up. Definitely one of my favorite players of all time. A great defenseman, and I enjoyed his play. At 8, I have Elias Pettersson. He is definitely one of the most skilled players I've watched. There's two more that are more skilled than him, but Elias Pettersson is just so good. His shot is amazing. His passing is amazing. He seems like a complete player, but definitely could end up being like a two-way really, really good player. I think that his points need to go up, especially from last season. He will have a bounce back year. I'm positive he'll have a bounce back year, and I'm really excited to see what he does next. And he's shorter in his career than a lot of people on this list, so he can definitely make it up higher. But at this point, I currently have him at 8. Number 7, I have Ryan Kesler. Kessler is just such a great player. He's a two-way beast, and he definitely elevated the lineups that he played with. Definitely don't think that second line in Vancouver around the 2011 era wasn't too great. It was definitely good, but I feel like Ryan Kesler elevated the players around him and made them better. And the Nashville series in 2011 just showed how he can be dominant, and he could really take over games at times. So Ryan Kesler is a great player, and I liked his grittiness as well. That was something that I enjoyed. I like a players with a little bit of bite in them, as you'll see in number 1 on this list. At number 6, I have Quinn Hughes. He's very high. I'm looking at this list and I'm thinking, in terms of players I like, I think it's right. I tried to make this as best as possible. Really, I had to like think a little bit, right? Because I haven't really gone through top 10 players. Hughes at 6 actually seems right to me. He's very good. He's probably the most talented player the Canucks have ever had. Up there with another player who is on this list. He's just out of the top 5 because he still has a career ahead of him, but also he only has 2 years left on his contract. We don't know what's going to happen. I think he stays, but if he doesn't stay, then he might end up just being, because this is Canucks of all time. He goes to New Jersey. He's not a Canuck anymore. He could just end up staying at 6 or maybe even dropping. If he has a better career, though, because he stays, then yeah, I could see him definitely being in the top 3 for me. Amazing player to watch. So skilled, so talented. There's nothing you can add. You can just watch Quinn Hughes play, and you already know how enamored a person can be with that player. At number 5, just into the top 5, we have Roberto Luongo, the best goaltender the Canucks have ever had. I know that could be a little bit debatable, but the reason I like Demko so much is he shows flashes of how good Luongo was and how good of a goaltender the Canucks have had. Roberto Luongo was definitely one of those goaltenders. Just so good, so good. I mean, but he had a lot of flack in Vancouver. Definitely a game-to-game kind of thing. Because if you look at his overall career stats, one of the best goaltenders of all time, one of the most winningest goaltenders of all time, had a long career. I know he didn't play as long with the Canucks maybe as some of these other players, but he made such a big impact with the Canucks, and he really felt like one of the most integral pieces to that 2011 team. We have Schneider, but I don't think without Luongo, that team does as good as it does, right? Luongo was just such a good goaltender. Nothing more I can add. Lou. That's the only thing I can add. At number 4, we have one of the players that I actually never watched live or on the TV, Pavel Bure. Every time I look at his highlights, I'm amazed. Every single time. That one where he goes, I don't even know how he does it, man. There's more players that I need to watch highlights of, but Pavel Bure is definitely one that I've watched a lot of highlights, and no matter how many times I watch those highlights, no matter how many different highlights I watch, I always seem to be amazed by how good he is. He is such a good player. Definitely, I'd say that's the player with Hughes, one of the two of the most skilled players the Canucks have ever had. And I think that if I had watched Bure right in his time playing throughout, he probably would be higher on this list. But 4 is really high for a guy who I've only seen highlights of. At number 3, I have the players who defined being a Canuck in the 2010s. The players who defined being like on and off the ice, just how great they were on the ice and how great they were off the ice. And I'm saying I'm spoiling a little bit. Canucks, the hockey guy did the same thing, putting them in the same spot. I had to do the same thing. There's no way you could separate these two. Henrik and Daniel Sedin, just pure definition of the greatest people. Just amazing people, amazing players. Their chemistry was amazing. It was so nice to watch. And they'd always do stuff for the community. They're still working with the team now. They love Vancouver. They are the definition of Vancouver Canucks. The skill is immaculate. Just the way that they would know where each other were, the way they would make small touch passes, not really trick plays, but just like they know what to do. I guess it's a trick play, but they're like, we know where to put the puck so that we can get it to each other. And then their chemistry was just so good. Their chemistry with another line mate who will be talked about later, and that kind of spoils it, but who cares? The Sedins are great. There's nothing more I can add. Twin Magic, one of the best brotherly duos of all time. But yeah, number 2, I have Bo Horvat. Speaking of a guy who probably didn't have as much of an impact on the ice because of a shortened Canucks tenure due to the trade, I do think that I wish we had kept him. Always, right? I like Bo Horvat. I will go over reasons personally in a different video in about a month. Maybe it might get moved up, might get moved back, about the personal of why I like Bo Horvat. But I'm going to stick to on the ice stuff for this right now. I know I did personal stuff, but I want to save it because I want it special for that video. Bo Horvat was such a great player. I loved his two-way game. I loved his style of offense. Just he seemed to always put 100% on the ice as well. He was great on the draw. He was one of those players that I really thought would be like an integral piece, no matter if he's not the number one center, to this team for years to come. And sadly, it ended the way it ended. But he made such a big impact on me that he is number two. I mean, that's really it for on the ice. I want to save off the ice stuff, so let's hop right into number one. Alex Burrows. Okay, my phone ran out of storage, but Alex Burrows, just such the player I modeled my game after because I was so inspired by his story. I loved how he played on and off the ice. Just every time he put his heart and soul into every game, and he, pissed the other team off. He wasn't as offensively productive as a lot of guys on these lists, but still scored goals when it mattered. Definitely when it mattered most. That 2011 run, he scored 2 clutch goals in overtime. Some other players on this list were clutch as well in that series. But Alex Burrows, he was my favorite player. Always my favorite player. When I was a kid, I didn't really watch as much when I was younger because I'm very easily distracted. I would be playing with something, but it seemed like every time I walked by the TV, Alex Burrows would score. And I don't know, something clicked. And then I started watching more. I started being able to sit down, watch games more. And, they went on that run in 2011. And it's just like so special to be able to witness not only his career, but just like how he played, because he inspired like not just me, like many Canucks fans around the world with not only his story but also just the player he was. Alex Burrows was so fun to watch, man. I miss watching a lot of players on these lists, but I think I miss watching his game the most. I think that's why I definitely took to Kiefer Sherwood very easily this season, who could easily crack the top 10 if he stayed for the Canucks for the rest of his career, but I'm not sure if that will happen. But yeah, Alex Burrows, like get in your face, score goals kind of player. I like his game and his chemistry with the Sedins, and it was nice to have someone who works so well with them. The easy part with the Burrows thing is, like, you think about it, it's really just, they would do some trick plays a lot of the time, special plays where Burrows isn't necessarily going for the net. But if you're with the Sedins, just go to the net and get open in a spot, and boom, you could get a goal easily. But yeah, that is it for my top 10. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys' favorite players are in the comments below. Whether it's a list of 5, a list of 10, even if you go more than that, or just your favorite player and why. Let me know in the comments. This is always a special topic because a lot of people have different favorite players for different reasons. Now, okay, let's get into, I want to talk about what's coming up on this channel. On Monday, I have still early, but not as early, lineup predictions for this upcoming season. I want to go through it again because there has been some changes and I feel like there has been some changes that really affect the lineup fully. Not really defensive and goaltending, but a lot to do with the forward group. Wednesdays, I'm not too sure. It's sitting out on content. I haven't done a brainstorm in a little bit, so I'm sure I'll do that tomorrow and fill out all the way till September. I'm trying to get all the content filled out till September, but this is going to be uploaded on Wednesday. So that means there is something on Friday, which will either be another episode of the Quebec Nordiques franchise mode. I'm willing to hop back into that. NHL 26 isn't out yet. I will do another episode of that, and then maybe one more episode before I do a big finale. I need to finish that series off. It's not that I regret not finishing it. I just really want to finish the series off. And then one last thing, the thing it also could be is I'm going to start a podcast where I go over rumors and stuff, because I don't like going over rumors in my videos, just in case I'm wrong. But I'm willing to do a podcast so I can break down what I don't like and what I like about the rumors, and I can just, because that's what I like to talk about. And then when the season starts, I could do other stuff as well. I mean, I do cover a lot of content during the season in my videos, but sometimes I feel like being able to freely talk about it would be fun. I hope you guys are excited for it. I'm not sure if it will be this week or next week or maybe another week after. I'll try to figure it out. I'm currently just in the beginning stages of thinking about it. I do roll pretty quickly though, so I could end up thinking about it all day today, and it'll be in action tomorrow and then upload it on Friday. So that is it for this one. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe. There's a video right up here on your right is the video from Monday. The video on your left is the video from Friday. Subscribe's right down under there. I'll see you guys potentially for whatever it is on Friday.